Hello everyone, in this video we are going to look at the applications of centrifugal force. In engineering, when we talk about a centrifugal force, we are looking at that force that acts on a body which is moving in a circular motion. This body acts in reaction to a centripetal force that always tries to keep the body moving in a circle. The following are the applications of a centrifugal force. 1. The centrifugal force is seen in centrifugal clutches. You know, a clutch is specifically put in an automobile or in any power transmission system for smooth engaging and disengaging, or to have motion smoothly transmitted from the mover or the drive shaft to the shaft that is driven. So it is applied in some automatic transmission systems, and also we can see it in some small engines. For example, those ones used in chainsaws, in scooters, in go-karts, in mini bikes, in lawn movers, and so on and so forth. Another application of a centrifugal force is centrifuges. These centrifuges are used to separate various components of a fluid. For example, in a turbine oil purifier, to purify the oil so that you remove the gas, other impurities like suspended solids, free water, emulsified water, so that you come out with an oil that is suitable to be used in a turbine. We also use centrifuges in the laboratory, for example, to separate serum from blood during clotting time, and also in a process of picking plasma from blood. We use centrifuges that operates on the principle of an action of a centrifugal force that acts on a rotating body. For example, you put those components or the samples in tubes, then you rotate them. A centrifugal force acts on them. Because of the different densities, you are able to separate a particular liquid, for example blood, into its specific components that you are looking at. For example, I have already said you can pick plasma from blood by using a centrifuge. There is also application of centrifugal force on a banked curved path. This centrifugal force acts on a body negotiating a corner. In that manner, engineers tend to design the path at that point in a curved area, or where you have a corner, so that it is designed in a way that the resultant of the weight of the vehicle or the body and the centrifugal force always acts normal to the surface at that point, so that you avoid lateral forces or the reactions that act on the tires. Otherwise, these would cause skidding away of the vehicle or overturning of the vehicle. We have also centrifugal force playing in planetary orbit, where there is motion of an artificial satellite around the planet, or you have motion of one object about another. So the centripetal force that keeps that object moving moving around another planet or object results into formation of a centrifugal force that tries to pull that particular object out of the circle, and therefore that is one of other instances where we see a centrifugal force setting. There is also application of a centrifugal force in a centrifugal governor to regulate the engine speeds at load and no load conditions by regulating the closure and opening of a throttle valve that regulates fuel consumption of the engine. That centrifugal governor has got what we call fly balls that are connected via a spindle to the through a crank mechanism to the throttle valve. So when the balls or the fly balls move out due to an increased speed on the engine, for example at no load conditions, so a centrifugal force acts on the fly balls and they rise up. So when they rise up through the mechanism through which it has been designed, for example the spindle moves up, which through the crank, through the links connected via the crank to the throttle valve, it pulls down the throttle valve, thereby reducing on the amount of fuel going to the engine, and this reduces the speed of the engine. Likewise, at load conditions, the engine speed is low, which means the centrifugal force acting on the fly balls is also low, and for that matter, this pushes the throttle valve, the link that connects the throttle valve down, thereby opening the throttle valve and increasing an amount of fuel going to the engine. And that's how a centrifugal force, a centrifugal force is applied in a centrifugal governor to regulate the amount of fuel consumption, thereby regulating the speed of engine at load and non-load condition. This centrifugal force is also applied in a centrifugal railway, or what we call a roller coaster. This force is always felt on the seat, and the centrifugal railways have been in operation since the 19th century. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next